There we go. And now I got to check my audio levels. And now I got to check my audio levels. And now I got to check my audio levels. Yeah. Cool. Good. There we go. Let me just tweet and other website tweet. There we go. The posts have been posted. It's me, the Capitalomunist. There we go. Cool. So, hello again, everyone. Welcome back. Me to me stream. It's me stream day. It's Monday. It's Monday, and it's fun day. It's fun day Monday. Oh, I should have. That's an unrelated issue. We're back. More Disco Elysium. I was tempted to not do it today, but fuck it. You know, whatever. Who cares? So, those two saves are fundamentally identical. Though Kim's doing a little jig. We'll go with that. Oh, and I got to change my layout a little. I got to move up here and become a portrait. There we go. Now we're good. Now we're set. Okay. Now, I don't remember what I was doing. It's been a week. It happens. So, let's see. One of them's on the victim's armor. That's happening tomorrow. This is also happening tomorrow. Wash off the death smell. Probably a good idea. Find the murder weapon. Send victim's body to processing. Armored gloves. Find Morel, the cryptozoologist. Okay. I think something that we have to do today is we could go to Everard Clare and agree to do his fucking dirty work. Because I don't want to do that. But if it's necessary, I'm not seeing any other option, is the problem. So, like, maybe it would be smart to do that before the day ends. Yeah. I think so. I think that's going to have to be the angle. Okay. Excuse me, everyone coming through. Just got a got to go in here and talk to Mr. Clare and agree to unlock a door for him. Which really sucks. I'm glad that time only really moves when you're in conversations. It's good.
Mr. Dubois, every worker, member of the board. How can I help you today?
Fuck, I did talk to Joyce. I should mention Joyce.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just pals.
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I helped you get the body down. And I'm helping you find your gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
Joyce said the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstance.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Joyce didn't mention any casserole.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
What happened to the previous negotiator, Mr. Gaumont?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
He made concessions to the company in previous negotiations. Why would you let an ally like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You did call him...
Harry! I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is.
Jesus Christ, man. I told Joyce that I met you.
It's perfectly okay. Even if you've told her everything we've talked about, it's absolutely fine.
Everett, Joyce seems to think the Union is lowballing her.
Yes, yes. Lowballing, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods are at stake here. But everything's a casino for those rich types.
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible behavior.
Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
It's a fortress. He knows she can't get in here. He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I figured as much, Volition.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
Conceptualization? I have no idea what you're fucking talking about. I'm told the Union is involved in a local drug trade.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny Fat Guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible to tell with this guy, honestly.
I am.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what? I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
I've just finished investigating the local drug trade.
Ah, yes. Your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit, clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now let's talk real business.
I really hate you, but I have to do this, because otherwise things are going to go bad for me. I'm reconsidering opening the door. You asked me to open. Perhaps
A
it'll help me
fantastic
somehow.
change of heart, Harry. Go talk to Manana down by the gates. He'll brief you and give you the key. Just open one little door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. That's it. Anything else we should discuss?
No. I hate Everard, and I hate his brother, even though I haven't met him yet. Or maybe I have. I have a feeling that he might be his brother, because they mentioned a lazy eye, and his portrait does have both eyes pointing different directions. But you never know. I need to look at the money guy. I need to experience having money again. It's nice to have this much money. Okay, let's go. Composite eye of halogen lights watches you, emitting a low buzz. I have to talk to call me Manana.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Everett said you'll have a key to a door.
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
Some whistleblowers, I think.
Oh, say no more. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I saw an opportunity and I took it. I'm a hustle grinder.
I'm not so sure about the hustle grind, but you know, it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind.
I love
the
that I just
greenhouse.
conjure
That's
money out of
behind the
nowhere
Whirling
when I
Ranch.
do a
That's all I know.
hyper-capitalist
Our
response.
organization is what you call compartmentalized.
Okay.
Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about this task? This weasel person? When he'll be home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
Who he is and what they're fighting for? This is interesting.
Why are you striking?
We're negotiating our share.
Your share?
Aye.
They're not wages or pensions or...
This stuff, they already covered.
however much you feed the wolf.
The wolf always wants more. I like wolves.
How large a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
Are you a communist?
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
But the stuff you do aligns admirably with the World Republic. Why not call yourself a communist?
I have nothing against communists. They are honorable boyaderos. And they have good analysis. But my own code serves me well. If my code starts failing, a code can fail a man as well as a man can fail a code, then I will have to submit to a new one, which may well be communism.
He knows who he is, firmly grounded, has no need to reinforce or elaborate his political identity to himself or others.
I'm not sure I understand.
See, I am primarily a lazy person.
What can you tell me about your boss?
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does bossing the union entail anyway?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
That desk seemed lavish to me.
He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway, and moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
You seem to have spent a lot of time thinking about the political situation.
Sure, I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing. It all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian Boyadero code, itself an appropriation of Vespertine cool. That of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends.
Doesn't sound that cool. Antiquated, obsolete, passé. It's not disco.
The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide.
Right. Now, we have a key. Oh, it's getting dark out. Oh no. We're running low on time. They've turned on the street lights. Alright, we got to accept that we'll have to be a bit corrupt. We have to do it. We simply need to.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.
Press my ear against the door.
The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
Carefully knock the door.
You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound.
I guess no one is in?
You're pretty sure the owner of the apartment isn't here. It's safe-ish.
Lieutenant, what's your opinion on the task we're undertaking?
Let's be honest. This isn't what I joined the RCM for, but every day tells you something new about yourself. Apparently, working with the local union boss to get info on an investigation is not something I'm squeamish about.
So you don't mind if I unlock the door?
If the Merc Tribunal happens before we solve this, we are looking at casualties. What's one unlocked door compared to that?
That makes sense.
On the other hand, we could just leave and tell Evrat we opened the door. No one seems to be tailing us to see if we actually did it.
Lie to Everett? That's also an option?
Yes. Presenting a fabrication is known to get results here and there. You took this task. You make the call.
The door is right here. You can just open it and be done with this. Besides, if you never open it, you're never gonna find out what's behind the door.
I mean, I gotta open the door.
You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. The sound of the key turning still echoes in the yard. Hopefully no one heard. There's nothing else to do than to leave and tell Everard. No conceivable reason for you to intrude on the premises.
I do trust interfacing.
As you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving. A little draft, a whistle.
Oh, but shivers, I trust more.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others.
Tap on the mugs.
A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
The smell of disinfectant in the room. Smells like chemicals. Whoever lives here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles. A book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks lies open. Oh. I mean, cryptozoology's fun. You can almost feel the warmth of the red sun on the flag.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
What's with the sun?
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle.
What is the sevenfold sun miracle?
It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
Tenant, the old flag of the suzerain.
Mm-hmm. The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
I ain't gonna bow to the flag.
The flag doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colorful fabric with a sun sewn onto it. Like all feudal flags, it looks like a children's drawing.
What's in here? Oh. Well, I mean, I'll take that, sure. And magnesium. Oh my god, we're so stocked on magnesium. Small suitcase full of clothes. Guests are staying over? Well, I feel like we have learnt something. Oh, we're getting close to having an outfit with multiple like we can bump our logic up +2. That's pretty good. So I'm fairly sure our logic is permanently down. Yeah, magnesium-based life form has lowered our logic. Okay, good to have logic boosting clothes then. Alright, out we go. Back to Everard. God fucking damn. No. Oh wait, no, it's late in the day. I can just heal that by sleeping, I'm pretty sure. One way to find out, I guess. let's go. Let's get this. Oh. Someone is habitually chilling next to the radio. What? What do you mean? Huh. I don't know what that even means. I can't read. Right.
Mr. Dubois, every worker, member of the board. How can I help you today?
I opened the door. Can we discuss the murder now?
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
He's trying to figure out if you're lying.
Deal wasn't for me to go inside, so I didn't.
You're right, Harry. You only had to unlock the door, which you did. So we're all good here.
He was testing you, and you succeeded.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
I heard about a connection between the lynching and this strike. I'd like to hear what you know about it.
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
I'm listening.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor. Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramoritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Go on. As much as I'm tempted by the question of the village... No, I want to know.
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical, and so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real.
I see. Continue.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Wait, they move the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
I see.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers.
Right. Yeah, okay.
We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
The whole neighborhood's in on it?
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, Tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base.
Who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
I see.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
Tell me about Titus Hardy and his crew.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
Well, you're wrong about at least one of those things. Wait, no, I chose not to be a misogynist. Never mind. Where can I find them?
You know what, Harry? I got a feeling they're gonna show up in full force tomorrow.
The lieutenant marks something in his notebook.
You mentioned a lawyer girl.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
I see. There was a bullet in the hanged man's head.
So they shot him.
He was shot in the head before he was hanged.
How odd. I don't know what to say, Lieutenant. They told me they hanged him. A hanged man is what I saw when I took a look into that yard.
It's impossible to say if he's telling the truth, sire.
Thank you, drama.
What I do know is, the case is in safe hands. If anyone can get to the bottom of this shot and hanged man, it's my 2 little policemen. Godspeed, policeman.
I mean, it's obvious, but I should, for the sake of hearing it, how do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
The name of the company is Crenel this time. Might have been sediment before.
Of course. You're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me.
The remaining mercenaries are organizing a tribunal to take on the Hardys.
Tribunal? That sounds serious, Harry. We Union men should be shitting ourselves. I wish you hadn't told me that. I'm gonna lose sleep over this. Let's change the subject.
He's clearly happy about the tribunal.
You don't seem worried about it.
Oh, Harry, what do I really think about the tribunal? You're trying to climb to second base with old Everard before you've even courted him properly.
He wants you to do more things for him before.
In the future, I could use your backing. Can you ask the Hardy boys to cooperate?
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk. Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Why are you giving it to me?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Needless to say, this is another move. Don't take it.
I don't need it. I only wanted you to help me with the Hardy boys.
Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else?
No.
Was
Good
it a
talk.
good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Yet?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
You're right not to trust me. I take care of me. I'm a hustler. I grind. I'm a money engineer.
Perfect, Harry. That's perfect. My version of the left is not against the companies, it's with the companies. Honestly, what I have in mind is a business proposal. A left-wing business proposal, but still...
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
What are the signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs. And on roller skates. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
What will happen to the current occupants?
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Where is this place exactly?
On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
Water drips from the eaves. A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff. There's a pair of cavalry boots under the fish in the box, and the wind howls like a vicious spirit. You're already pretty deep into this. What's a little more? No one can see you here in Martinez.
I don't like this. Kim, what do you think of this?
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
But, he thinks, it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
No, not doing this.
Perfectly acceptable. No one's gonna force you into anything, but I don't know about that gun of yours. You see, I'm a vengeful man, Harry. Part of how I got where I am is that, well, I can be quite nasty sometimes. But the good news is, the moment you change your mind and want to look into this matter, just tell me, and we'll be buddies again.
The lieutenant's eyes meet yours, and he shrugs. Okay, fine.
Okay, we're gone. Well, I ain't fucking with this guy any longer. Plus, I have enough money to sleep tomorrow, so that's good. My hustle or grind set has truly paid off. I wonder if I can walk on this. It really looks like you can, you know? Very odd. Why would they put that there? Bad visual design, bad visual language. Come on, game. You're better than this. Okay. Die. Come on. Down the stairs, please, Harry Dubois. Okay, there we go. I mean, at Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. Okay. Now, what left? I should probably, now that the day is coming to an end, talk to these Union bastards.
Let me handle this. Detective Disorientated, are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
You lied to me. You're not a gardener.
That's right. I am not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you?
Oh,
Maybe he does.
Axel Commando, thank you for the follow. You just got started with the game. Yeah, I've been playing this at my own pace. And I'm very drawn to doing side objectives. So, like, I'm on the second day. I hope you enjoy it. You will never be able to re-experience it. That's what I've heard, which is why I've been avoiding spoilers. I've only ever watched playthroughs up to about the end of the first day. And now that I'm right at the end of the second day, everything from here is a mystery to me. Like, I've seen the vaguest little, like, spoilery clips, but nothing that ruins or tells me where it's going. And I'm playing through without any saves coming, because I don't fuck with that. So, we'll see. We'll see where this goes. Okay, let's get to it. You're looking for Hardy. Think he has information that will help you. Maybe he does. She points to the man on her right. Kind of like Interstellar. Stop using YouTube and TikTok for a few days, otherwise they will spoil it for you. I mean, I've managed to avoid spoilers for several years at this point, so I think I'm good. But I am always careful. I try not to look too deep into the Disco Elysium rabbit hole.
That's Titus. Talk to him, but know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
I got huge spoilers and genuinely regret coming across them. Fair enough. I tend to watch things specifically from my subscription feed, so I haven't seen many people playing through it currently. So
Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned? The one Mr. Everard sent to law school?
are you Lizzie Elizabeth, Miss Beaufort?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes. In the way she stands. In her face.
Easy Leo told me about you. He likes to talk a lot.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
What if I want to talk to you, not Titus?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
Why are you so aggressive?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers. We've talked to Everard Clare. We know who these men are. The Union's militant wing.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
The privatization is not unlawful. It's cool and funny. Let's see. Maybe, you know what? Fuck it. Maybe you're just not historic individuals.
I don't need privatization peons from a rent-a-cop. Just do your job, ask your questions, then get out of Martinez.
What's your role in all this?
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
Okay, what are you going to do to me?
What are we going to do to you? The Union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress.
Alright, I will talk to Titus then. But first I'm going to click on these glowing things because I want to. Hawthorn bushes outside.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
Well, I simply must, it's
There's a
squint.
little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside.
I gotta give it a try. A 1 in 36? Fuck it.
Nothing. Just black tangles like the hair of an old woman. Motionless. The wind in the yard doesn't reach the hawthorn, nor does the light come in from this window.
Damn, that sucks. What are these? Photos of men in overalls toting guns and Union placards. Also, money. Right. Time to talk to this bastard.
This is where you say your bit.
Mm-hmm.
Detective.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Do not let their squeals disturb your serenity. These are but simple peasants, sire.
I love you, drama. This chatter is too inane to reach my ears. I raise my chin and gaze into the distance like a prince.
What, is he fucking kidding? This guy high or something?
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
We are looking for Titus Hardy.
We need to talk about the hanged man out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that one.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get real ripe and pretty for you.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match.
Good idea, visual calculus.
Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man. In his 30s. Overbearingly masculine. Sitting on his right. Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room. Probably mid-50s. Smoker. Quiet.
Okay.
Across at the other table. Hobnailed working boots. Size 43. Gang tattoos. Mesk or Sarah Mauritian in his late 30s. And then standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. Size 46. The big dick. Wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips. Rugby cap. Fingerless gloves. And numerous scars. A little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. Size 44. 40-something. Non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum?
Where?
On his neck. Forget it. It's not important. Let's call this one the musician.
Okay. Thank you, drama. We'll call that one the musician.
Size 41.
Okay.
With the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing. In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy. Boot size 46. Deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
But we already know where the odd soul, who the odd soul is. And that's the driver.
Exactly. The missing lady driver who was running the drug trade.
Exactly,
Does it mean
visual
the Hardy
calculus.
boys are involved in the drug trade as well?
Not necessarily. The lady driver could have kept this drug trade secret.
Maybe. But hey, you've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Now is a good time to hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy?
The fuck is with you, fella?
I found 8 sets of footprints, but there were only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl.
No reaction speed. We already know who
might
it was.
be? Elizabeth.
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. And you're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
Man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it?
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Mm-hmm.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Why are your boot prints all over the scene?
You mean these boots?
Yes.
We all got a pair. We wore them the night we took the pretty boy out back and hung him by the neck.
Yeah, but you didn't.
Yeah, we did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why our prints are all over the scene.
That's it. The game's over. We got the perpetrator.
No, you don't. What you have is 7 honest men who thought it forthcoming to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
Yeah, you murdered him, just like that. No remorse?
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
What we do is different. We enforce the law. You just kill people like it's nothing.
But you see, a lawman, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agreed that this man had to die.
Who called the shots that night?
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here, Titus?
Who do you fucking think does?
The biggest animal dominates the herd. I'm guessing it's the big one.
The sweaty man turns red and looks first down, then around him, apologetically.
It's not the fat ass. Titus runs the Hardy Boys, genius. That's why we're called the Hardy Boys. Ain't that right, fellas?
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
When did this hanging incident occur?
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
Understood. Next question.
Why not? Yap my ear off.
How
I
did you
got
kill him?
nothing to hide.
I know. Why did you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive.
Okay.
In my town.
He was a mercenary. That's it.
And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Right, but what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
There's a slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted? Raped, as you said?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
There's something odd here.
Yeah, but who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation.
No, you're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
Despite the stonewalling, you can slip one more question in.
I'm going to ask one last time. Who did the dead man rape?
Titus, do not answer. You have been forthcoming enough.
Fuck off, Carl. She's gone through enough without you harassing her too. She doesn't need more embarrassment.
What are you talking about? Embarrassment. If someone has been sexually assaulted, we need to...
What you need is to get the fuck out of my face. I've had enough of explaining myself to you fucks. He's dead. It's done.
As you can see, these men can only take so much baseless scrutiny. I'm doing my best to keep the situation civil, but...
How did you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
The autopsy showed there were no ligature marks. His hands were not tied. Can you explain that?
Look, I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, capo. I'll say it again. We killed him.
Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clapped him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand.
That's right, lawman. And then we hanged the fuck.
What did you use to knock the victim out?
My fucking elbow, copper. Samaran boxing style.
He may be lying, but he's good at it. No twitching, no rushing, no uncalled for details.
Where did all this action take place?
Right fucking here. Eugene already told you that the fuck had started coming to our bar.
Yeah, man, weren't you listening?
Things aren't quite right here, are they? Come on.
Actually, they're admirably, surprisingly composed. The entire room. Given how many questions you've lobbed their way.
Wait, no, I got above the DC. I rolled higher than 12. Huh. Okay, maybe there was a hidden modifier I wasn't aware of or can't see. Okay. All of them? Maybe one of them's fidgeting or cracking under the pressure?
Well, this one. But he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up.
That feels like... That feels bullshit, but I can't... There has to be a reason. There has to be a reason why I rolled a 13. And yet failed to meet a DC of 12. Maybe the modifiers weren't actually applying. I don't know. Alright, I have other questions about the lynching.
Like what, Copper?
How does the bullet in his head factor into this?
Huh?
There was a bullet in the dead man's brain. Why was it there if you hanged him?
How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice, maybe.
Interesting, sire. It's as if he's lying to protect someone. He's not very good at it.
This line of questioning is over. You got the cause of death already? Hanging. If there's any post-mortem trauma, it's your problem. This will not turn into a cross-examination.
So why don't I just arrest you?
Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try to assert dominance over you.
Not in the arresting mood?
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer. Easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed, and they outnumber us. The lieutenant tries to establish eye contact with you.
Okay, I'll trust you, Kim. Easy now. Let's just talk.
Wise move. You made the right choice there. Now make another one and get the fuck out of our booth. We're not gonna do this again.
So what are we gonna do now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility, we're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
You still haven't explained the bullet I found in the hanged man's head.
You still on about that bullet? A bullet in a hanged man's head. You're right, Copper. That is mighty curious.
Indeed, mighty. How did it get there?
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
I don't like you,
It's
Mr.
bound to
Titus.
happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
Sire, it would be an event most dramatic if you were to produce the bullet and dangle it before their very eyes.
Oh, it would drama? But also then they could take it from me. Oh, but you are right though, drama. Fuck it. I'm gonna ask you again. Why was this in the victim's head?
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
I think the hanging was a cover-up for the shooting.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
All the goofing around is to avoid lying. It's a technique.
Did you guys shoot him?
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk.
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Better hope he stays sober.
No, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him before you hanged him?
Before? After? During? This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time.
Oh, don't worry, we'll figure this out sooner or later.
Never been worried in my life, lawman.
It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there, somewhere.
Okay, I see. Dr. Joyce, the monk you hanged, his friends are coming for you.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Crenell.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
Yeah, they're forming some kind of tribunal, and they're coming for you.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us, and Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
The mood is on the rise. They're feeling confident, ready to punch out the whole Merc platoon.
The mercenaries are armed with automatic weapons.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
Will they pierce ceramic armor?
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
See what, that they don't?
Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor. You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing, and it didn't make him immortal.
You know, a single Cervey's giant hornet can kill 40 bees a minute.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
You're the bees. They're the hornet.
We're not bees. We're men. We're socialists.
Oh, you poor fellow.
Easy, E. He's trying to phase you. What are you trying to do? Scare my men?
This Crenell's bad news, you know that, right?
So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy Army and the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around?
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
These people are trained military professionals with decades of combat experience. They are not a gang or a barmy army.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We know more about them than you think.
Joyce says they've gone rogue. Nobody's controlling them.
Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen?
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
I mean, okay, they're gonna wipe you the fuck out, Titus.
No, they won't. Get out of here with your negative energy.
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
Guess what? I've connected you to the local drug trade.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 Kilos.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprints. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grâce?
No, do the honor. You've earned it.
Thank you. You're right, Titus. There is no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
This is disgusting. You're admitting to profiting off poisoning your own people.
Boo fucking who. People will always be taking drugs. Might as well do it clean and organized.
Yeah, that's what the labor movement is all about. Clean and organized. And the Hardy Boys are running it.
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here. My answer to your drug accusation is, how dare you? Go fuck yourself.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy Boys here.
The 8th Hardy, the one who's missing. She runs the thing, right?
My answer is, fuck off. Mind your own business. There is no 8th Hardy. I run this goddamn scene.
And here we go. Back to the usual.
I know! Fatty walked on all 4s. He's so fucking fat he left 2 sets of footprints.
Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
Oh, poor guy.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all 4s. Anything else you need to know?
Me and Everett talked. He promised you'd cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You gonna go and tell on us?
Why you push me some more and find out, Gimp?
You gonna let him talk to me like that, Titus?
Let's see. Yeah, I guess I am, you big pussy. The old man sent word you'd be around again. That's the reason I'm being so forthcoming with you. Don't wear it out.
Okay. We're most of the way through this dialogue. I need to change my outfit, because this thing reduces my authority by 2. I need something better. I guess I'll keep physical instrument up. Conceptualization suggestion. Perception. Oh, it's these. It's the glasses. I guess I'll take those off. Okay, so that's brought my authority up a decent amount. Is there anything else that does anything with authority? No, doesn't look like it. Yeah, no, okay. And do I have anything from these that... Which one's doing that? Oh, communism. Communism's making me less authority. I see. That's a problem. Oh, that's why I failed to check. Ah. I was so confused. But it's because I'm looking into the precarious world. Right, that makes sense now. I shouldn't have done the red check. But I guess there wouldn't have been another opportunity to try it, so fuck it.
It's you again. What is it?
Alright, let's try the authority check. 42%'s not bad.
As you look around this room full of...
Let's fucking go!
smoking,
Okay.
Drinking, spitting out tobacco. Does this look familiar?
Where have I seen this before?
You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men. Sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time.
I get it, Titus. You guys are the authority around here.
Huh?
You must be. You're just like a real cops. Drinking beer, sitting around with your dicks in your hand.
You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
No, I'm a big fan of beer. And jerking off instead of helping people.
You saying we don't?
No, I can't blame a woman. I didn't choose to be a fascist.
10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick.
It's not about who did it. It's about the victim. She needs help.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
Claudia, I'm on due. She's staying here, the whirling in rags, a real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's Amonju with an O-U.
Oh, literally the first person that you speak to in the game. Huh.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop.
I mean, I think it's only funny to try this red check on account of the fact that all red checks fail right now. Clash Amandu? Cool.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
So, what's your relation? What's her relationship with the mercenary?
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her.
Yep,
That's
that makes
their
sense.
Relationship.
Yep.
Was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
But so, when
He did it
the rape,
before
when
we
was
killed
it?
him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
Here you go, boss.
So, what's your relationship with her?
I know her.
How well do you know her?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means.
Well enough, Copper. We party. She's been here for a few months.
He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten.
So she's not from around here.
You mean Revachol? Nah. She's an immigrant. Or a drifter of some sort. Been staying here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all.
Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it.
You said he partied. Cool, that's cool, but what did you mean?
What do you think I meant?
Sex, drugs, and karaoke, right?
Yes, yes, and no. Got something to say about it?
So you're saying the two of you were close?
No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now. He's doing a good job here. A commendable performance of I don't give a shit.
I think I know her.
You don't know her.
Yes. You're right, I don't.
Good boy.
Oh, thank you. We'll talk to her.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
Okay, I'm leaving you to it, Mr. Titus Hardy. Thank you. I'm so glad I changed my shirt. Okay, Kim, let's move out of the way before talking about this. I know that it's a video game. They can't listen in, but you know, whatever. How many skill points do I have? 2. Oh, I got 2 skill points. Okay. I wonder what I could do with those. You know what? I have a good feeling that I'm gonna need empathy for this. And I'll save the other point.
Officer, what was that?
What was what?
You looked strange when he mentioned the assault victim's name. Do you know that woman?
Yes.
Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
I asked her where we are, what city this is, and maybe what year. Something like that.
That's clearly your interrogation technique. Anything else?
She knows I did some... Okay. I met her in the hallway after I woke up.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday.
She knows I don't remember being a cop.
Okay, that's manageable.
She knows I did some pretty crazy stuff before I passed out. That I partied hard and not the very mentally healthily.
So she overheard you? Or did you party together?
So this is what it feels like to be interviewed.
I got nothing to hide.
What if you do, but you just don't remember that you do?
Fuck, you're right, Inland Empire.
You'll get through it.
She overheard me listening to music and doing weird things from my room. It's the one next to yours.
Anything else?
I didn't rape her.
What you're saying is, you raped her?
No.
Ice is forming on the inside of your chest cavity. Cold sweat trickles down your neck.
No.
Then, don't ever say that again.
Okay.
What else?
Nothing. We're good.
We'll be alright, officer. This is nothing.
You feel fortified by his assurance. It's going to be alright.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that last bit. Okay. Oh, we raised our empathy. We could try and empathize with Kuno again. Fuck, we'll talk to her first, or at least try.
The door is closed.
Who is it?
Tired. Controlled.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
Well, I mean... I can't help but observe some things. Hotel bill calculations look like she's had an extended stay. Piles of dirty clothes, a woman's. In the yard below, a corpse lies under the pine tree.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
I'll look at the toothbrush.
It's been used quite a lot.
Yeah, that makes sense. Look at the medications.
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves, sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
Search the bottles.
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads, Nacra.
What's Nacra?
An opioid receptor antagonist. It's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Search the pill sheets.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gottwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how.
Every time that the word Messinian comes up, it gives me like a momentary, just a moment of cognitive dissonance, because that would be Messinia, spelt differently, is the name of the continent that my longest running D&D campaign that I'm playing in is in. So hearing Messinian outside of the context of that feels strange. No, let's close the cabinet. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong shirt. I should put on just like a nice person shirt. Actually, I like the shivers. We can put the shivers back on. I just need electrochemistry to be good for a second. So that I can...
This medicine cabinet is stocked with
83%.
drugs, plus an old nothing of note.
Fuck!
The further you look, the more arcane it gets. You don't know what the rest of this stuff does.
I am not retrying it because I don't want to put points into electrochemistry. Let's swap our gloves back and swap back to those. Put those on for a little bit of Inland Empire. Nocool. Okay.
This medicine cabinet is stocked with drugs.
Anything of note?
Nothing that I really see. Okay, can we get it? There we go. Okay, through the door. I can't pick up those bottles. Bed has been hastily made. What's this?
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
I'll run my finger along the surface of the glass.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
This window was recently replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
Smell of cigarette smoke in the air. Astra menthol. Cold coffee in an ashtray that looks like a hedgehog. Like a handful of dried white wildflowers.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
No! No, why the precarious world? Why? I mean, I'm gonna click it because I'm gonna try.
The wind brushes them off the roof. They're gone.
Oh. The goddamn precarious world. What's this?
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy.
Where does this lead to?
I don't know. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
It is a mysterious blue kitchen door.
I don't know.
Is it
The
important?
further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case.
Below, the hostel cafeteria creaks and groans under your added weight. A skeleton of composite support beams and cantilevers.
Tap on the roof with my foot.
A dull thump. Somewhere inside, a wind brace rattles from the imperceptible motion of the building.
The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
See, the main investigation and the door below are merging into a stereo investigation.
I hate it when that happens.
No, we'll leave the door for now. We should probably talk to Claudia.
Welcome to the roof.
Her hair is still slick from the shower.
Okay.
Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built
Electrochemistry. Don't be like that, please.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Nice view you've got here.
Nice. I don't know about that, officer.
where the ripe corpse of a man still lies on the ground, spotted with green and purple.
Mention a cleaning lady. I think I need one.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Disco Infernum.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the Infernum.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? This is the biggest fan of ostentatious orchestrations I have seen in my life. And I have seen a few. Oh yeah. Life gets hard, but we go on.
It's gotten pretty hard in the meantime. But I go on.
I can see that. I'm glad all this onward going has brought you to me.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man who was hanged. The people responsible have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
Thank you, suggestion. That's probably saved me a lot of trouble. What is your name, miss? For the record.
Clausier Amandou.
And where are you from?
Vredefort, Republic of Oranje.
What is Oranje?
A bad memory, officer.
You know what? Not gonna press, not gonna push. Understood.
It's the past. People can't go back to the past.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
What do you do, miss? What is your specialization?
Something stupid.
What's that?
Oranese lit.
Oranese lit?
Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
What is Oranese literature about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
If that's true, then Revacholian lit would fit you like a glove.
Oranese lit? What do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
How do you make money then? Money's very important.
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Rani's lit.
Cool.
It's not very cool, but what can you do?
That's it for the record. I'm not gonna ask her for a fucking passport.
The record. So official.
Nice room you've got here.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
What are you doing here in the Whirling in Rags?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
Why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
Honestly, Revachol.
I always wanted to see the only city in the world in the worst time of the year. It's a tourist thing.
You've quite a collection of prescription drugs down there.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
It was quite impressive. How did you amass such a hoard?
With money, sir. It's not exactly the NT-star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there.
Collection includes Nacra, an opioid antagonist.
Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
Better safe than sorry.
Fair. That's all as far as that goes, then.
Very funky.
That window's new.
It is.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
Right. I'm starting to see a picture of what may have happened. Where does that door lead to?
I have no idea, officer.
Okay. I have other questions for you.
Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
This is gonna fucking suck. Okay. Especially since... Oh, we're so close to finishing The Precarious World. Oh. I hope that we finish it before any red checks happen. I wonder if I could guarantee it. I'm just gonna go through the dialogue about the room again to see if it passes enough time, because we're at 98%. 4 minutes remain. Let's see if we can just bide our time so that we no longer have to deal with the red checks being impossible.
Yeah?
Well, what are you doing here in the Whirling in Rags?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been?
About 4 months. I came in November.
Why
Here
here?
in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
In Martinez.
I heard this is where the washed-up disco has-beens go.
This is Sassy Town. It's where the future of dance lies. You came to the right place.
She looks at you and nods.
I want to see the other one.
How long?
About 4 months. Here in the Whirling?
Here in the Whirling.
Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell.
Okay. I have other
All right.
questions for you. 2 minutes. Can I ask more about you for the record?
Sure.
Could we take a look at your passport, please?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor.
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
How do I know you told us your real name, then?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's a weird name.
She seems to be telling the truth, sire.
Thank you, Drama.
Okie dokie.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
Thank
The
you.
record.
That's for the
So
record.
official.
Let's return to this later, miss.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee, most likely.
Okay.
The precarious world.
Let's go, gamers.
How not to lose. It is impossible not to. The world is balanced on the edge of a knife. It's a game of frayed nerves. You're pushed on by numbers and punitive measures, pain, rejection, and unpaid bills. You can either play, or you can crawl under a boat and waste away. Turn into salt, or a flock of seagulls. Your enemies would love that. Or you can fight. The only way to load the dice is to keep on fighting.
Okay, what's the bonuses? Critical success and failure thresholds lowered by 1. Oh. Oh my god, that's good. Well, fuck me, that's okay.
I was just
That was worth
thinking,
it.
What a nice evening it is for taking part in a murder investigation.
Okay. They tell us you've been through something difficult.
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
Were you sexually assaulted, miss?
By sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
Yes.
Thank you, Kim.
It's
I didn't want to be the
early
one
in
to
the
say
morning
it.
for raped, isn't it?
Actually, it's evening, miss.
Is it? It is evening. Time flies, man.
So were you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
What did happen between you and the victim, then?
We partied.
Partied? Where have I heard that before?
A lot of partying going on.
From Titus. About her and Titus's relationship. That's where you heard it.
What kind of partying? The kind I do?
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
Other than this? I don't know, that was physically possible.
Oh, it is. You're still alive.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
Were feelings involved?
A little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
Must be hard for you, seeing him there all the time.
Oh, yes. I have multiple viewpoints. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Call? Reporting the hanging? That was you?
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone.
In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
If it is snitching, then why do it?
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
The voice was disguised. Did you...
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Nicked it how?
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
You were right to suspect there might be foul play involved with the broken phone line.
And in the process you broke the landline downstairs.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
Seems like you had some idea. That was nifty.
Thanks.
She looks a bit like a little girl who's just been complimented on her bike repair skills.
Why go through all the trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
He won't be down there long, miss. We will move the body to the morgue soon.
I just asked you to spice things up. For us?
Pretty much.
Warming them.
What can you tell me about him? Name, eyes, age?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now.
Oh.
I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair?
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
She meant she sees him in her dreams.
I've also seen him in a dream.
You have? Not like I do, I imagine.
How do you see him?
You don't want to know.
I see him as me.
She dips the cigarette in the lighter's flame and inhales, then looks at you with her lungs full of smoke.
I can see the similarity, yes.
Funny.
Funny how?
Nothing. I also saw him. We had a long inspection and that sort of thing sticks with you. Let's move on.
What did they hang him for, if not rape?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was... what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
How do the Hardy Boys know you?
They're frequent guests downstairs. They have a booth for Union members. They're probably down there now.
And how did you meet?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Did you party?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Understood.
She sips her coffee. Birds circle overhead.
Okay, time for the fucking worst question. I mean, I'm not asking that one, because it seems pretty clear that that whole thing's just a cover story. But why was there a bullet in his head?
Bullet? They shot him too?
I'm not picking up on any theatrecraft here, sir. The pause is sincere.
They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
It's hard to know what to think about that answer.
Okay. Fuck. Well, I need to know. But I don't want to know. I'm not gonna know. Thank you for telling me all of this, miss.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head back downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna try and beat this door in, though.
Heavy door. No
Wait.
lock.
Wait. Do I have better clothes for physical instrument? No, I have my Man from Heimdall shirt on. Yeah, no, nothing else gives me physical instrument. I mean, the tank top does, but it's the same amount. So, fuck it. Let's kick a door.
The same small, heavy door. No
oh my god.
Sight. Something cracks inside.
And this is why we took the precarious world. Oh my fucking god. We are 3 times... Well, would it be 3 times? Yeah, I guess it would. We're 3 times more likely to critically succeed at anything. Let's fucking go! Okay.
It is an unbelievably satisfying sound.
Okay.
Filling you with a belief in your own body.
Oh, and I healed morale. Oh, delightful.
Sounds like the property damage wasn't in vain, at least. Would it hurt to look in?
Let's see.
Bent metal. Broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
Gaze upon me, stuff and despair.
Kudos.
Anti-object task force. Take a look at your hands. See how bruised they are? See those little scars? This is Exhibit A. The material world is holding you back. Containers, mailboxes, doors, chairs, they are all your enemies. Always have been. Atoms themselves are in on the conspiracy, forming shapes and structures that you hate. You are energy stuck in a body. You are a spirit trapped in matter. Break free. Beat up that lamppost. Let it know how much objects suck. That's pretty good. I might do that. Though, let's go in here first. And then we'll talk to Kim.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
You think this will make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Why did she tell us all that?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
I'm not sure she had to lie. I would have known.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
Seems candid.
You think so? Being candid is the best way to lie. The appearance of candor with some facts thrown in draws attention away from whatever one chooses to omit. She may be trying to control the pace of the investigation. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our inquiries will bring us back here soon enough.
Gotcha. There's a tiny hole in the wall. You see a bedroom on the other side. Oh.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
I think I can see Clausia's bedroom from here.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
What are those people doing in there?
You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural. They're sensationally unnatural.
Okay. Yeah, footprints. Footprints are important.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Someone's been here within the last week or two.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer, it was a stereo investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, adding a new fact to consider.
Love that. Okay, what does this mean?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind our rape victim's room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
Well, let's have a closer look then.
Large prints, most likely made by boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than vamp. The soles have left the pattern uniform, horizontal lines.
This print doesn't look like the odd-soled print we found at the hanging, Kim.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
Oh. Fair enough. This doesn't look like the worker's boots from the hanging, does it?
No. These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Let's move on. Oh, I can do it with tab as well, instead of doing that annoying circle thing that sometimes gets stuck if I click it wrong. Cool. What's this? Pinball machine has been taken apart and gutted. Ooh. Ooh! Empathy and hand-eye coordination. Taking that. That's gonna be fucking useful. Schematics for a pinball machine. Futurism themed. Boxes of tools and replacement parts line the shelves. Small windows taped shut with black plastic. You can't see outside. Note. NB. The spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. The key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. Okay. Try and keep that in mind. Money.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
This door is connected to the one upstairs, but how do we get through?
There must be a key somewhere. Probably somewhere in the whirling. It's not too important. We can get in and out using the roof door.
Okay. Corner room door. No, yeah, corner room window. What's this?
Over there, in the corner.
A pinball machine?
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it.
Kim, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic.
Where you've played it?
A little.
Take a closer look.
Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin-operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
I'm gonna read the text real quick.
Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Muindi. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people.
Inspect the playing field.
The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represents Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit.
What's with all the goats?
Indeed. Think of them as balls.
I see. Well, fuck it. We have enough money to pay for the room tomorrow.
It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease. Go, go, finger boy.
Don't call me that.
I feel sorry for the goats. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
What kind of guy was he then?
The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist.
Right, a racist mountaineer.
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent.
Technically, human beings are at the top of the food chain, so...
He also hit his wife.
And
kids. Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets. Hateful little man. But you seem to be having fun.
I'm pretty good at this.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board, and although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
Concentrate and aim for the narrow passage.
Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself.
Don't let a killer whale hear you say that.
Gets through.
Hey, for now, we can still take them on. They will develop strategies, however.
The words "pale rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog. Something's happening.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid, nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness. This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them
visual
to calculate
calculus.
where they hit next. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death.
Kim, it can be done. Just watch.
I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake, and then it's all over.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Come on. I need a 5 or a 6. On, okay. So I need an 11 or a 12.
How? If you can't even see it.
That's not high enough.
The last goat plummets into the fog.
Damn it.
Almost suicidal glee. There goes nothing, finger boy.
Well. Cafeteria window, perception sight. Oh no, it would have been interfacing anyway, and I already have the gloves. Yeah. Wait, oh, this has a... That had an orange thing on it. I wonder why. Maybe I've simply never put it on. Oh, I mean, come on, that just makes sense. That just works. Anyway, visual calculus, glasses. I've got 1 bullet. Nice. said... So, I got distracted by pinball.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside.
I'll look in.
Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
His last maintenance was in 88.
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
The elevator was last maintained in the future?
No, it was maintained in 88 of the previous century.
So this is not a message from the future?
No, I think the bureaucrats just forgot about this backroom elevator after the revolution.
The elevator must have been needed to transport the pinball machines up and down.
Seems so, although it's pretty quaint for a freight elevator.
I look at the controls.
There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descente, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken.
Okay, let's close the doors and go up.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up, a long time ago. Everything is covered with dust. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
Used to be a pinball workshop.
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the artists bang away at it.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means...
Whirling in Rags was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade. It's all left over from that.
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice makers said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
Looks like they gave up on fixing the pinball machines at some point.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
Did this mean the Whirling in Rags really is part of the doomed commercial area?
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't.
It's not a ghost story. It's a curse, and God ought to be made knowledgeable so he could perform counterspells.
Okay, Inland Empire. I'll keep that in mind. Right. Through there. Oh, no, wrong thing. Right. Doomed hostel. Question yet to be totally answered. Is the Whirling in Rags part of the doomed commercial area? Talk to Gart about this, see what he thinks.
Yes?
Convince Kim there's a sexy, dark mystery twist in the case. Let's give it a shot.
Only banal things strike you. At the core, you're a very banal person with a very small soul. One you should be ashamed of. It's no wonder the soft one doesn't want it back. It was right to abandon you.
Okay, well, that fucking sucks. Right, what the fuck am I doing? There, it mentioned a key. It mentioned a key corner tied to a bush? Like a hedge? Oh, thank fuck, they're all gone. anything? Wait, why is there a bucket up there? Why haven't I been up there? Why haven't I looked at this bucket? This is core to the case. A postcard. Aha! I can sell this. Oh wow, we're actually... I didn't really consider how close this place is to the docks. It's weird seeing it all close together and actually remembering how it all pieces. What I'm saying is I have bad spatial awareness. You know, we got more empathy. Let's talk to Kuno.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
By the way, Kipt is a racial slur.
No, I can't do that. I do wish I could have been here to see it.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, Pigonaut.
Right, I'm off. Wait. So, this gives us empathy. Anything else for empathy? No. Anything lowering empathy? No, except for a thought that I have because I'm a super capitalist. Give it a go.
It's not Kuno.
Yes.
It's Kuno-S.
Interesting. How?
Kuno-S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life. Like she's done something very bad.
Fuck, is this a Kuno-S redemption arc?
All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone.
Okay, I'll try. Kuno, tss, hey.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you whispering about!
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
I'm glad she's out of her hair. She's fucked up.
She's not fucked up. Everyone's fucked up. Stop judging shit.
Wrong move. But he's whispering still. You haven't lost him. Just don't mess up again. Or you will.
Okay.
There are no guarantees here.
I see. Kuno, listen to me. She's trying to control you. We gotta get you out of here.
It's okay. The pig's trying to pit us against each other. Not gonna let him do that.
Idiot. You bungled it up.
Fuck.
That's it. You let him off the line. That was a bad, manipulative thing to say. You should understand. I got you this far. I couldn't get you all the way.
Shit.
Try to fuck my Kuno! Try to fuck my Kuno away! Me and Kuno are tight. We ride for life.
A chill comes over you, the wind from the boulevard south, lashing you for trying to separate them, for trying to take the street out of Kuno.
I gotta try again. I have to.
What's going on? Is an ungovernable youth on your crime scene, throwing around incendiary language. Like you don't have enough on your plate. You feel a sudden surge of self-pity coming on.
Kuno, listen, this boundary pushing thing is new to you. I know that. But it's old news for us grown-ups.
Get your snout out of Kuno's ass. Kuno knows how hard Kuno pushes it. Kuno pushes it hard level.
Yep, okay.
You should give up, Popo, or the Kun will keep fucking it out of you.
You okay, Kuno?
That went wrong. He took it as a compliment. Then he had a minor seizure.
Okay. We're doing it again.
Kuno doesn't...
One more shot.
Does Kuno care?
72% is good odds.
What's going on?
And yet...
Like you don't have enough on your plate. You feel a sudden surge of self-pity coming on.
I don't know what to do anymore. I'm just a busted old piece of meat. This case is all I have, and you're not helping.
Take the pain, fucko. Take the bad.
Smelling weakness. She loves it.
It's not a seizure. That's your scouse.
Weird,
Yeah.
Porco wants to talk about how he can't hack this shit. Porco wants to move in with Kuno.
Don't let him move in with us, Kuno.
You have no idea what to say now. You're just going to have to try to change the subject.
Okay,
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
we'll empathize with Kuno on another day. What the fuck's... What's going on here?
This trash container is locked. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Why am I looking at this trash container? You're just a trash container.
Well, it is a container. Maybe you're prioritizing it.
Lieutenant, what do you think could be in there?
Trash? Food waste from the cafeteria? They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too.
Yeah, I feel there's something in there.
What do you mean, feel?
Just a hunch. Maybe someone threw something in there.
Mm-hmm.
How do we get the
We
lock
could try
open?
using a pry bar. The one you took from my motor carriage, or...
Or
we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
Yeah, you know what? Pry bar time. We love a pry bar. We love to try and pry things open.
This trash container is locked.
Oh, it's
The
fucking...
sliding lid has a padlock
Fuck
that
it!
says, whirl it force time. You've jammed the pry bar under the lid, but it just isn't bending.
That's it. I can't pry it open.
Let's ask the manager for the key.
Yeah, no, I hate to admit when you're right, but you are very much correct. Okay. We can also talk to him about the back room, the special zone. Who are you? It's all about money, you know. Damn right, brother. Let's go. Okay, so... Guard,
Can I
what's up?
help you?
Is the trash container out back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
Wonder what this feeling is.
Prod at him and find out.
And doesn't it seem callous to you, guarding even your leftovers from the poor?
Callous? What are you, Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
Maybe I am Krasmazov.
What are we talking about? Was this not about the trash container?
No, wait. What if I am Krasmazov?
We should return to the case of your mistaken identity at a later time, officer. This was about the trash container.
Okay, we need those keys.
What for, Mazov? Are you planning to nationalize my trash container?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Okay, goodbye. I have to root through garbage. I feel it in my bones. It's a necessity. An ancient calling.
This trash container is locked.
Open
With
it with a key.
well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid.
Let's go.
Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Didn't I just have a premonition that there's something in here?
There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid.
Now we're opening it.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Okay.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Look under the boxes of carton.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this.
You're used to what? Dumpster diving?
No, searching for evidence in the trash.
Okay, we dive further.
A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Let's pick at the rags.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
I'll grab them.
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air. Are these the victim's clothes? The smell is not nearly as bad as the cadaver. These clothes could not have been in contact with the deceased for more than 2 days after his death.
Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay.
I see.
Drop them in here, officer.
Early stages. By early stages, you mean these were taken from him no more than 2 days after death?
Yes. I think the clothes were taken off to get to that armor he wore, then discarded. They must have stripped him of it fast too, the scavengers, in a matter of days. Guitar
Like the
mark,
trousers.
blue jeans. Pockets empty, or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too, a white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there?
Something slimy catches your eye.
I'm reaching for it.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
We're bagging the shirt.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
Thrown out towel, a mug, that's all.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Think someone from the whirling might have been involved, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Yeah, we need to ask the kids who put them there.
The fuck's he on about, kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
Okay.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
Search the food waste.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Pick it out.
Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
It can't be.
Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form. If you don't mind my asking, how could you have let your paperwork end up in the trash?
I don't think I wanted to be a cop anymore. That's why I tried to flush my cop life down the toilet.
Well...
His eyes express a rare condolence. Then, he picks it up.
Lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes.
Okay, I'll do that.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see.
But why would I take notes when my brain talks to me?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable.
Okay,
Go to your
tutorial
inventory
agent.
and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
The mug, I'm getting the mug too.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
An antique?
Only in its social sensibility.
We're taking the mug.
Interesting. Reminds me of the mug collection we saw in our weasel's apartment. Maybe he or she has been dumping their garbage here.
Oh,
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road.
Or it may just be a coincidence. Either way, something to keep in mind.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
Excellent.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Right. Let's interact with the damaged ledger. Is there anything I think I'm going to need for this? Maybe logic. Yeah. Okay, right. Let's have a look at these.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
Let's inspect the toilet paper.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
I'll remove it.
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginally better.
Inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
I'll run my finger along the aluminium.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. Looks like an official mark, made to be low visibility outside the right circumstances.
Hey, Lieutenant, what's this?
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
Interesting. What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Like, for example...
All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
Ah, that's smart.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
That's all, thank you.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
Let's look at the clipboard.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM.
What did you say the color was?
Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it.
Shake the ledger.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? And something small inside?
Ooh.
Light, made of paper or cardboard, or dried flowers perhaps?
I'm peeking.
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
How would I open it?
With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Okay, we'll browse the white papers.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
Oh, what's in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Is 2 cases a week a good caseload, Lieutenant?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
2 cases a week appears to have been my load, Lieutenant. I'm not sure I completed them, though.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
I burned out, all right.
That's okay. We all do, sooner or later.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
There was mention of a naming convention here.
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name, a title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from Snoop fiction and Vespertine cop show staples.
Oh my, and they're written in capital letters too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
More?
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the Ukar Parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Kim, my cases appear to employ some kind of naming convention.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, I mean a non-numeric one, with titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Well, why is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have named a case The Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one The Man with the Hole in His Head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out.
Oh, Kim. Oh, what happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
Oh. Okay, I have to open an official case. Is there room?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish.
Yes, Gagent. Commit to paper. Use the pen Lena gave you. Yes, because I didn't sell the pen because I'm not heartless.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Get the body down. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
I'm crossing out the ones I finished.
A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. You're a swashbuckler with that pen, Harry, and it feels good. Feels like completion.
Yeah.
Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the Citizens Militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Furies are at home in the mirror.
Furies? Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest, I'm not experiencing the internal strife that refers to. And also, could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case name, you know? Think, what would that be? A good normal name.
Yes, you know what that normal name is, but it's so plain. Anything else, please.
The Setting Sun.
Okay. It's a good name, but it has one problem. This case has nothing to do with the setting sun. At all. It has nothing to do with that, so something more concrete, perhaps? Do you have something concrete? Mundane, usual?
Usual is boring. We don't do that.
You shit on a stick.
Yes. I have to tell you, officer, I don't appreciate ironic titles. Other officers will have to use this as reference. If it's idiot or cockfinger, they're not going to get it. They're going to think an idiot and a cockfinger were on this case. So, do you have something less funny?
The Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Fuck.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Can I read these case files now?
Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB 41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the Next World Mural.
Wait, HDB 41? When those offers a precinct?
Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
And HDB?
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
Yes. Horace Debbie Berenger.
That is improbable.
How long does it take to read a case?
It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start?
I can revisit this later.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Browse the yellow papers.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copier paper. some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
What type of forms are there?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
Enough of
the
these.
rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being
Oh, right.
sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
Let's open the clipboard. See if we can open the hidden compartment.
The two sides of the board appear slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off its slides. If you bend the plastic on your knee slowly, the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just,
Slide the drawer open.
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
And what's inside?
2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Okay, I have a feeling that some part of me doesn't want me to do this. But pick up the ticket stubs.
2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there, too.
You know what? I'm picking option number 3.
The words just crossed your mind somehow.
Who are they for?
Who do you think?
Let's pick up the card.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
Let's smell it.
It smells of chewing gum. Apricot flavored.
Oh no, not the apricot chewing gum again.
Exactly like the gum wrapper you found. The same brand of chewing gum.
Let's open it.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please.
But it will make me happy.
A merciful wind blows in from the bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raising newspapers far away. You feel the card slipping into it.
Let's go.
What was that?
Frisson covers your entire body. A feeling of cold, a persistent chill.
Volition and Shivers both want me to throw this away. I do trust Volition and Shivers. I'm gonna read it anyway.
Your hands shake, holding onto it. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you.
Keep reading.
You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it.
Keep reading.
Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on.
Okay, Endurance, I'm holding.
To what? There's nothing.
Fuck.
Detective, is everything alright?
I'm falling over.
There is nothing.
Did I just die? No, I discoed my Elysium. Fuck.
Again.
Okay. Nothing?
Nothing sad, brother. No treachery, just blackout.
Oh. Just lie there, passed out.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who's that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
Who was that?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it.
We love the ancient reptilian
Still
brain.
trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Tell him.
Ah, yes. In the olfactory system, they call it the apricot chewing gum scented one. It's unhealthy of them to linger on it so. But as they say, what do you do?
It smelled so nice.
It didn't smell nice. It smelled like betrayal.
Where is Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
Was that the X something? The
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
No, it was beautiful.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape, its lack of beauty was not the problem.
Enough. I'm just lying here, motionless.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
I'm not coming back.
Oh, but you are. They're pouring something on you. Something in you.
It's delicious.
Oh.
Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Where am I?
In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
I drink it.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself, as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
You know, I'm actually more of a magnesium-based life form now.
That's just a drug addict myth. In reality, you're still comprised of dihydrogen oxide. which you must replenish to go on living.
Fuck. Drink.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened?
I should ask you the same.
You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. Then you came to.
How long was I out?
10 minutes, maybe.
Came in contact with the burnt-out ruins of the past, Lieutenant.
That does sometimes happen. You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
I'll just nod.
Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab in your inventory.
Most curious. You see yourself from above. You're passed out on the blue tiles of the hostel room floor. Even from this distance, you see your eyelids flutter. At the mention of what? A great white object letting out its sweet smell like a lily of the valley. The little man's forgotten its name, but he still remembers the feeling. And look, he moves. The feeling animates him. He instinctively reaches out for the feeling's best friend. A bottle of Commodore Red. He puts on his disco clothes and gets smaller and smaller. Hey, okay. I see. Inland Empire and empathy, but -2 authority. Interesting. Well, let's I guess we should probably debrief for the evening. All things considered, it's 2 a.m. And then I should try and rip the boots off of the corpse.
Yes?
Okay. Kim is gone. Let's go and commit some immoral acts.
The man is decomposing visibly now.
All right.
The body is reluctant to let go of the boots.
Whoa! Kuno's little sneak pig's back for the booty.
Yeah, fuck it to pieces for us, liar cop.
Let's pull on the right book.
It's not completely useless.
Boot.
You're able to reveal a little more of the putrid polymer sock beneath the boot.
Let's pull on the left boot.
It feels like the leg is going to come off along with the boot, but you're able to get the boot to move a centimeter or two. Just relax. This is easy. This is happening. See? The corpse doesn't care if you try to take his boots. He doesn't need them. He's probably glad to get rid of them.
Let's try and twist the boots off, one by one.
This is the right method. It takes some time, but eventually the boots come off, with nasty slices of polymer sock stuck to even bigger pieces of skin and rotting flesh.
Look, he's skinning the fucker up good. Puko style.
Hell, keep at it, pig.
Take stock of the damage.
The legs look like they've been clawed at by wild animals. As for the boots, you can't possibly do anything with them until you've cleaned and disinfected them thoroughly.
There we fucking go.
Yes, these absolutely need to be washed before. The stink is incredible. Didn't the Whirling have a kitchen?
Ooh. Okay. Don't smell these boots. Better yet, don't even think about them. Unless it's to think about how you're going to get them clean, that is. For now, they're unsellable, unwearable, and downright disgusting. Perfect. You can't put a quest in front of me where I have to find boots. Where I have to find every part of the item of this suit of armor and expect me not to go for it. I have to. It's a necessity. Okay, we're going to the kitchen. Hey, Gart, nothing to see here. What's this? The tomatoes are so thinly sliced, you can see through them.
This industrial gas-powered stove has been... Getting the corpse residue out of these boots is going to require patience, and also a huge pot full of boiling water, soap, and white vinegar.
Check out the cleaning supplies.
There is a variety of soaps and bleaches in the cabinet to the left of the stove. There is also a bottle of white vinegar in the cabinet next to the fridge.
Yeah, we're doing both of these.
The delicious smells of cheap soap and vinegar waft up from the pot. All right now, chef, light up the stove and boil them. A commercial pot draws your attention. It's very large, gigantic even. It could be used to make enough stew to feed an entire city, and also to boil a putrid pair of death boots.
Add water and the boots to the pot and bring it all to a nice boil.
The strong smell of vinegar forces you to step away from the pot. The water slowly comes to a boil.
We wait.
Strips of polymer fabric and human tissue separate from the lining of the boots. They float to the bubbling surface.
We wait some more.
The boots look cleaner and cleaner. Those bits of human flesh are beginning to look cooked. You can smell it too, just like beef stew.
Just a little more.
That's it, chef. The boots are as clean as they're going to get. Steam, dense with the smell of strange meat, disappears into the vent above the stove.
Dump the sock and flesh stew and examine my new boots.
A pair of real beauties. The boots are shiny, hot, and reek of vinegar. Just perfect.
Master Chef, out. Holy shit, we did it, we got them. Oh, +2 authority and -1 composure. Oh. These greaves are light as feathers, and just a tad too big for you, but don't let that bother you. With these on, you look like some kind of future warrior. And they'll keep you safe if you accidentally shoot yourself in the foot. So worth it. Delightful. Yes. Oh, and we got another experience point. We love to see it. We truly love to see it. Hey, guard.
Can I help you?
Is your trash container key?
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
I found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Could someone in your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Who else has the keys to the trash container?
The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
You know these guys personally?
No, there's nothing more mysterious than the Martinez trash collection service. Never know who's coming or when.
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container. Two men, their faces rough and swollen, jump out. They look at the container despondently. CSM is written on their backs.
Maybe you don't remember putting them. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state?
I think fugue states are more your forte, officer.
Okay, shut your fucking mouth. You are correct, but come on, man. Okay, let's talk about something else. I saw another thing at the Whirling.
Another thing? Great. I love those.
God, what if I told you I got into the back room behind the blue steel door?
Oh, okay.
He did get me. He got me, and I
did
can't
hear you make noise back
argue.
there, so good for you.
He's really, really holding himself back here. It takes a lot of willpower not to ask. Obviously, he's been wanting to know what's behind the door.
Aren't you going to ask me what's back there?
Okay, what is back there?
Pinball machines. Pinball workshop.
Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean.
Right, do you want to play? Because I might be up for a game.
No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there.
I feel a capitalist plot coming up.
Capitalist plot. The pinball we have in the corner now is broken. I want to diversify the entertainment options. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Other than the hellish karaoke machine. That one's always causing trouble.
Sounds like he cares about the place. He's not going to be overjoyed to hear that it's part of the doomed commercial area. He should still know. You have to be forewarned about these things.
There's a peephole in the wall.
What wall?
Upstairs in the secret back room, right next to Clausia's bedroom. I found it when I found the pinball machines.
I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you, the Whirling does not abide spying on its guests.
The color has drained from his face.
Are you sure you haven't been spying on your guests?
Absolutely not. Fuck you for even implying it. It wasn't me. It wasn't my staff. The establishment will look at it and ascertain what it was.
Look, that was just for the fugue state comment. I'm sorry, man.
Thank you.
I had
I'll
to get
catch
one
it
up over
personally.
you know.
Was there something else about the establishment? I hope not.
Clausia in room 3, she nicked the phone line. Should I say that? Yeah, I will. I can just say it's an accident.
Why? No, fuck it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why these degenerates do what they do. I thought we had one good guest in the building.
Well, I mean, you have Lena. Lena's a good customer.
Yeah, well, she's not a guest, is she? Anyway, I'll forward that woman her bill and be done with it. Now, was there anything else?
I have to warn you, I may have discovered that the Whirling is a part of the doomed commercial area.
What? Why would you say that? We're at a completely different address from that whole thing.
So he knows of the doomed commercial area and its address. He's thought about this.
Wait, so you know of the curse?
Everyone knows of it.
The Whirling is listed on the intercom outside as one of the businesses in Building B. You should get your wiring fixed. I tried to call and couldn't reach you.
I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the Whirling.
The Whirling was once the East Delta... wait. Ooh. No, you know what? I prefer this one. Wait, not once? Isn't that already a sign of decline?
It's a sign of the Whirling in Rags not being part of the doomed commercial area. If anything, we're revitalizing this neighborhood.
The Whirling was once East Delta Pinball Arcade, which failed. Though perhaps the Whirling will escape the curse.
Does this look like part of a doomed commercial area? This pre-revolutionary tilework? These high ceilings? The nice rooms? Well, most of the rooms.
Why can't I go in the kitchen after making humanid boot soup?
For 14 years, man. That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through sleet. Fuck me, if some doom ghost...
He's done a fine job too. Though he's spoken of the place dismissively before, the hostel is actually very important to him.
You really care about the Whirling, huh?
Yeah, It's slowly growing on me again. It's beautiful in its own way, especially for this neighborhood. I've been trying to keep it that way, even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area.
You shouldn't be worried about that label, you know.
I don't place much stock in the curse and so on, but the label frightens the clientele. Who wants to stay at a doomed hostel?
Ooh.
Everything's doomed enough without that.
Who owns this place?
Some real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Honestly, I think some money laundering might be involved.
Who named it the Whirling in Rags?
Well, it sure as hell wasn't the real estate company.
You did?
You look surprised. What? It's a great name, I know. Cafeteria managers come up with great names too. It's from a song.
A song?
Hail, Holy Queen, by the Ateniers. Hail, Holy Queen of the Sea. You're whirling in rags, you're vast and you're sad.
Oh.
Good pick.
What about those other cafeterias you manage?
What about them? One is a basement dive frequented by chain-smoking communists. I can't tell you how sick I am of Kraz Mazov and Ignis Nielsen and all those old ghosts.
He's hesitating, not sure if he should share this information with you. Encourage him.
And the others?
The other is a kebab cart. It's very successful in its way, but it's nothing like the whirling.
Good luck to you, and with this place.
Luck has got nothing to do with it. I need to think about where I'm going to place those pinballs. I have a feeling they're going to help. So, if you didn't have anything else to tell me about my establishment, can we, wrap it up?
I saw a sign that said I can't go into the kitchen. Why can't I go into the kitchen?
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business.
But I'm really hungry.
And want me to make an exception for you? You're not even a hostel guest till you pay your outstanding bills. Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must.
What are you, a cook now? Yes.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Goodbye, Gart. You're not too bad. I like you, Gart. I'm sorry I fucked the place up a bit. Put the clothes in the trash. Fuck, I have to talk to Kuno. Ah, damn it. I don't hate talking to Kuno. I like Gart a lot. Yeah, he's quite nice. He's understandably hostile when you first start, though. Okay, Kuno.
Fuck does Kuno care?
I have questions about the crime scene.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it?
The dead man's clothes were in the trash container. How did they get there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
I need to know. It could be a lead in the investigation. Someone might have tampered with the murder scene.
Listen! Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N running down his trouser leg.
Okay, entertain me. What's so great about these pants?
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists. Believe it, you need this shit.
Unzips his jacket to give you a quick peek at the plastic wrapped pants. They are graphite black and look brand new.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness.
Damn.
Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
Okay, thank you, Coach Physical Instrument.
They will also make you into an idiot.
Oh. Right. Wait, actually, what happened to his clothes? You must have seen them lying around.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that there. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
I might be interested in these pants. We'll talk about it later.
Alright, Pico. Shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
I am. I'm a hyper-capitalomunist.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
There's also a mug in the trash.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Yeah, does this racist mug have anything to do with it?
Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker, 'cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuna. Someone's tampered with the crime scene. Cleaned some of it up.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator. Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah, get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Alright.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Bye, Kuno. I'm leaving you to it. I don't give a shit. This is enough for a day. We've made it. God, that's gonna take a while. Let's simply wash off the death scent. After washing off the death scent from some boots, I now know how to do it, so I can probably do it for myself as well. And then go to bed. God, Kim's room is really unfortunate. It's very badly shaped, like nothing. It feels like it's too small. Alright, bath
This is
time.
not the cleanest bathtub in the world, but it's cleaner than you are right now.
Let's go.
Ah, that soap scum smell. It smells like life, at least compared to you.
I want to live forever with the corpse smell. Memento mori and stuff. No, I don't.
The
Run a
bathtub
bath.
slowly fills with water. The water beckons.
Undress, close your eyes, and submerge.
The water is only lukewarm, but still comforting. Like amniotic fluid. A few beer cans are bobbing up and down along your flanks. Like sad duckies. You feel nice and lonely. And so tired.
Let's take the beer cans out.
Now you are alone with your thoughts in the tub. But it's easier than being alone with your thoughts outside the tub.
Let's linger in the tub a little.
Your fingers grow pale and are covered with tiny whirls as the water cools.
Let's imagine something.
You see the corpse. You can still smell the cadaver on you. It's going to take more than one bath to get rid of that stench. Then, houses along a narrow street. A video rental. Darkness on the planet's curvature.
Get the fuck out. Why?
The waterline recedes as you stand. You are cold now. Your clothes stick to your still moist skin.
What kind of psychopath puts the clothes on straight after... No. No. We don't
The
fuck with
bed
that.
is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
This was a good day of being a slightly corrupt capitalomunist. We must go to bed.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window.
No towel in
The
there, not
mattress
even go air
creaks
dry.
as you close
Yeah,
your
just
eyes
straight
and
into
try your
clothes.
hardest to fall asleep.
Ugh. That would be a genuine sensory nightmare. I would not manage that. Let's see.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
Oh.
Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
It's the system's fault. The system failed me.
Yes, your body is a system, and it's failing you because you're failing it.
These are my just desserts. I will endure this pain with dignity.
There's no dignity here. Only reflections of your body mass. Flashes of the day. You keep coming back to yourself in the mirror. But why? To admire all your accomplishments?
Ancient reptilian brain, you were being so nice to me earlier. Why are you being mean now?
You're just stuck here. In the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like them.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
Some of them are. Some of them are nice. Others are scared.
Thank you, Volition. I agree.
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets. People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Open my eyes. We're back for another day. But this another day will have to come another day, because I'm done for the evening. Let's just save the game. Cool. There we go. Yeah, let me turn this back to my regular. And then move back down here. And thank you everyone for coming by. This has been... I didn't expect this episode, this stream to go the way it did. But there's interesting shit going on here. I don't think I'm close to solving it, but I do think that there's something here. I'm like one step ahead of where the game probably expects me to be right now, you know? Maybe. Hard to say for sure. Maybe I'm actually one step behind and they want me to think that I'm one step ahead. We'll never know. Until we do. And then, it'll suck. But, thank you everyone for stopping by. I'm gonna set this up so that we can raid Scrench, because they're Screnching, and we need to raid Scrench. Legally. Gotta raid my delightful sibling and their cohorts if there are cohorts present. So, let me click to start a raid. Excellent. Yeah, legally have to. It's required. I must raid Scrench. So, thank you everyone for stopping by. I will see you on Thursday for my next stream. Probably not Disco Elysium. Who fucking knows what it will be, though? I don't plan. But I hope you all have wonderful evenings. You gotta get a lawyer. I really do. I really do. Alright. See you all around. Goodbye.